Hello, my friends. Dorothy Morgan here, professional astrologer. We're going to talk about the astrology of March 29th. And then once we're done with a little bit of that, we're going to do a little message from spirit, if you will, from the Astro Dice. And then, of course, this wonderful deck. So let's get started and see what's going on. It's early in the morning and the sun reflects off my desk. It's very nice lighting. Let's take a look at what we have in the chart today. Here we are. This is first thing in the morning. Again, no ascendant or midheaven. We don't talk about the houses because everybody is in a different time zone and location. Maybe not everybody, but most of us. So what we got going on here, the thing I like to focus on a lot, of course, is the lunar phases. And we are in the balsamic lunar phase. That means that if you start at the sun and the moon goes all the way around, it's coming up to the new moon. The new moon won't be until late in the night on March 31st. If you're on the West Coast, early in the morning, April 1st on the East Coast. So in the meantime, the moon is in Pisces. That happened. When did that happen? That happened just after midnight here on East Coast. And look at the grid over here. Okay. This grid tells us the exact same stuff that's going on in the center here. The moon has no aspects right now. The moon is not going to make any aspects. It's basically from the time it moves into the sign of Pisces. It doesn't make any of the, the five basic Ptolemy aspects until it makes a sextile with Uranus. And that isn't until very late on the night of March 29th here on the East Coast of the US. And that sextile will be just before 11 p.m. So what we've got is the moon is balsamic. That represents going within, taking that quiet time. It's just like when you're getting ready to go to bed, or you're getting ready to put your kids to bed, however that looks. You want to turn the TV off and turn all the distractions off, and then just maybe read a story, or just, get into bed and just start doing some meditation or some breathing exercises, or read a story to your kids. I just said that, but I wanted to repeat it. It's that time when you're just calming down, releasing everything from the day. Well, the balsamic lunar phase is like that too. It's when we have depends on how fast the planet, the moon is moving at that point in time, the sun as well, but 2.5 to 3 days or so where the moon is balsamic, and it's going to be that way again until the new moon. And I just gave you those dates. So we have a couple of days where it's like, let's surrender into whatever your process is. Start releasing, all, the serious amount of stress and anxiety. I know there's plenty of it to be had, but this is an opportunity somewhere in your life, especially with the moon in Pisces. It has to do with, our inner processes, our psyche, being really sensitive, intuitive. So spend some time taking care of that and doing that for yourself. Because again, the moon in Pisces is spending from the time it entered Pisces early in the wee hours of today, March 29th, until it makes that sextile late tonight, almost like 22 hours. It's not making any aspects, and it's balsamic. That represents taking your time, going within, being easy on yourself, listening to your inner voices, your inner knowing, your intuition. And it is very psychic. It's very sensitive. And sometimes it's hard to see any of the solid information. However, the moon is saying, just take care of yourself and allow that energy just to be soft and to seep in. Surrender to what's happening right now. It's not giving up. It's not being a doormat. It's like surrender to what has been creating a lot of anxiety and stress. Even just one thing to help yourself be in a more alignment with what nature is asking of us. Okay. I hope you can do that. We have Mercury and the sun in Aries. So it's been, we got a lot of fire energy going on in the sky as well. So simultaneously, there can be a few things happening. More of that on my Patreon page. You guys come and join me there, please. And I do the weekly forecast there. It's pretty in depth. You're welcome to come and join us there. That's a great way you can financially support me, since there's a lot of free content here on YouTube. Please, here, the way you support me here is comment, like, share, and you're welcome to donate too. There's a donate button in my area, and I don't know where it is. You'll find it. All right. I just rolled the dice. So before I start talking about it, ask a question to yourself if you want to get a message from these die. Because while I'm using astrology, it's just a random message, but not necessarily random, right? Okay. Did you ask a question? Good. And if you didn't, hit pause and think about it before I continue, because I'm going to continue now. All right. What I rolled was Uranus in Gemini in the 5th house. So that's pretty awesome. So Uranus is freedom seeking. We need to get out of our ruts. In Gemini represents words and the things we can create with our hands. And the 5th house is creativity. So to me, right off, the first message I would get reading this is that this could definitely be if you take the astrology of the day in the next couple of days and surrender to whatever's happening. If you've got writer's block, or you're an artist and you haven't been able to create because something just seems to be in your way, those blocks that we come up as creative, sometimes that happens. This is an opportunity for that to shift. All right, it's an opportunity for that to shift. So that's one way that this can show up. So embody that. So that's telling us, take a little time during the balsamic lunar phase, which we're currently in until the new moon on April 1st, March 31st. And then look at where we may have a creative block. And, that if you surrender into what's going on, that creative block will be dissolved. Okay, I'm going to leave us with that. Now, let's see what the cards want us to know. And please come to my website. I love mentoring those of you who have astrology knowledge, but not quite sure how to put it all together. Great to practice with. So you can become a really good practicing astrologer if that's what you're choosing. So you can read charts for clients. On my website, DorothyMorganAstrologer.com. What are the native spirit deck? This is a nice earthy deck. I love it. Let me share this system with you. Oh, Spirit of Earth. It's a nice earthy deck, and here's Spirit of Earth. Oh, that's fantastic. Being grounded, right? Being grounded, spending time in nature is always so important. And that's definitely what this card wants us to talk about, right? This is a fantastic card because, again, it's earthy, it's grounded, but it's also about, taking care of your body. It's spring in the Northern Hemisphere, even though this week we've got temperatures with the wind blowing like 20, it's really cold. However, it's about, really creating that stable foundation for yourself. So over the next couple of days, again, while we're in that balsamic lunar phase, and we have an opportunity, to move beyond a block of some sort. And then that card, Spirit of Earth, is saying, prosperity is blooming. Take heed in the things that you value the most. That's Earth, that's Taurus, that's Capricorn, that's Virgo. It helps us to pay attention to the details because it's Virgo too. So Earth is Virgo. That would be paying attention to the body, your physical body, the physicality of, the thing that holds our soul, right? And then it is about our nature and where we are and how we are out in nature, and finding time to really connect with that as well. So that's it for today. We're going to leave you with that. Thank you, everybody, so much. Yeah. Blessings, everybody, and namaste.